Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Bible. I'm Sonny Childs. Okay, guys, back to the Sermon on the Mount. Verses 15 and 16 is kind of the second half to what was started in verse 14. Verse 14, you might recall, we were talking about light, and we're going to expand on that with regards to this passage. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Last time we talked about a city on a hill. This one's a lamp and putting it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. By way of make it real challenge, how fine is your shine? Yeah, if you're paying attention, last time we looked at how bright is your light, how fine is your shine. I know, it's good stuff. Three things from this passage. I've underlined the phrases, but the applications I'm drawing are: number one, common sense, common use, and common praise. First of all, common sense. Notice that he says, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. That sounds nonsensical, doesn't it? If you're lighting a light to give light, why would you hide the light under a bowl? That's just common sense. Well, I think the application I would draw from that is that you have to intentionally hide light. We are born to be people of light. You got to work at it to hide the creative aspect of God that is at root, at work within your life. We all are crying out to be like Him, Romans chapter 1. Another reason why I so radically oppose Calvinism and their prime doctrine of total depravity. We are without question depraved people, but we're not totally depraved. Within every one of us, there is still this craving, this desire to be like our Father. And it's just common sense that if we'll just get next to the one who created us, it will shine brighter. It's just common sense that you don't light a light and then hide it under a bushel, as we used to sing, or hide it under a bowl, because you have to intentionally hide light. It doesn't come naturally, if you will, with regards to even our character, I think. Spiritually speaking, we are called to be like God. Intentionally hiding light. Three applications, or maybe a list of three things would be good here with regards to making application. List three intentional sins that you commit or have committed intentionally. I'll give you two areas that might help you. An addiction. And you say addiction, all of a sudden we go drug abuse, and that certainly could be one of them. But an addiction is simply choosing to get yourself into a lifestyle that has overwhelmed you and possessed you. Well, that's an intentional step. You don't become an addict by accident, generally speaking. And then the second area I'd encourage you to list three intentional sins is sins of omission. This is one area that we don't talk about a lot, but that means to omit. We often talk about stuff that we do wrong, but what about stuff that we don't do that we're supposed to do? All right, so there's just the common sense idea that you don't put a light under a bowl. You are the light of the world. We saw that last time, and so you need to shine brightly. Common use. Notice that he says here that if you don't put it under a bowl or whatever, you put it up on a light stand. Again, last time, remember we talked about this idea of us being responsible for elevating the light. That's our part in the process. Well, here he says that if you'll do that everybody in the house is going to be able to benefit from the light. And so there's a common usage that takes place. Light is just shared naturally. It's one of those things that it doesn't necessarily require that there be an invitation. You turn on the light and it's just going to get it off in every corner that it possibly can, because light just illuminates naturally. And so it is with you and I. We ought to be natural light sources. If it's not natural to you, it's not natural, meaning that it's unnatural, meaning that you're trying to be something that you're not. Maybe you're not connected to the light source as closely as you need to be. You need to examine your connectivity as we talked about last time. Number three, common praise. This is really interesting to me. Notice the connection in the verse. Notice the connection between your good deeds and His praise. It's another reason why I so oppose Calvinism. He says specifically here that you need to do good things. They're your good deeds, by the way. And you need to do them so that God gets praise, meaning we are responsible. Again, just like in the last one, by way of make it real applications, please study out and oppose lazy grace, entitlement doctrines, the enemies of free will, Calvinism, the root of Reformed theology. Study these things out because we are called to be responsible people. You cannot save yourself, but you absolutely can increase your faith, work towards being closer to God, buddy up to Him, snuggle up in His arms, stay close to Him, make the free will choices that you're not going to desert Him, you're not going to walk away from Him. All of those things are within your responsibility. We need to do them. So how fine is your shine? Till next time, be there. Sonny Chow's, Matthew 16:26. We are the Sonny Chow's and Family Ministries, serving as missionaries to this great nation. Please pray for us and consider adding us to your missions giving.